All right, here we go for DeltaMath Help. We're going to go look at the 1.4 finding limits from a table assignment and just go through a couple of examples from each type of question you'll be asked to answer. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, no, stop it. All right. So the first type of question you're going to be asked to answer is finding limits of a function using a table. So we don't know the function f of x is. And what we're basically trying to do is type particular inputs into this table to get out what we think our function will be approaching as x approaches -2. And so I'm going to choose numbers that are very close to -2. And for the left-hand limit, excuse me, slightly less than -2. So like -2.1, -2.1, oh, 1, and then I can press enter, and that's how I'm getting those values on the right hand side. Oh, except for that's not what I want. No, 0, 1. There we go. Let's get closer to what we're trying to do. There we go. So that's what happens as we're getting really close to -2, but from values that are slightly less than -2. So I would say this is approaching, your function is approaching 1 from the left-hand side. Clear my table, try again. And I'm going to try numbers that are close to -2, but from the right-hand side. So numbers that are just slightly greater than -2. All right, and it looks like we're getting closer and closer to -2.5. Because my left-hand limit and right-hand limit don't match, I'm going to say DNE. And then I'm actually just going to try typing in -2 to see if my function gives me anything. Undefined. Excellent. So I can type undefined in there. Boom. Lovely. If we go back, let's try one, finding limits from table type 2. I believe for this one, it's very similar. So I don't know why they call it a different type of table, but you're doing the same thing. So go ahead and do that. Finding limits to infinity from a table. So again, you're typing things into a table where we're doing -infinity and +infinity. So -infinity would just be negative numbers that are getting really big. So -100. -1,000, -10,000, -100,000, -1,000,000, and this number just keeps growing more and more negative. So I would say our limit of our function as x approaches -infinity is -infinity. Clear my table, try again. Now we'll try positive numbers. So 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. 1 million, and these numbers are just getting greater and greater. So I believe as our function approaches infinity, as our x values approach infinity, our function will also approach infinity. Woohoo! Okay, and again, they go through all the answers for you and talk about the reasoning behind it. And last but not least, the finding limits from a table, all types. Sometimes they'll ask you just to find one, so that would be the other option. So let's do our limit of f of x as x approaches -infinity. Let's see, we're just going to type in numbers that are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, as our x approaches -infinity, our f of x approaches +infinity. All right, so as long as you guys feel pretty confident with the format of these problems, we should be good to go.